Hey guys, this is Faye from Face World Media. Welcome to day 23 of 30 Day Live. Yesterday I had a wonderful time. My mom, Shang Li from Shang Li Art, my partner Adam, were all gathered at what's called the Boston Power Station. So basically called SOA, Boston Power Station, SOWA in South Boston. It was fantastic. We were part of the media team to attend the opening event of Imagine Van Gogh. It was fantastic. But today's focus is going to be, as promised, on merch. So it's going to be a really fun one. So as you can see here on my desk, I grabbed a bunch of, this is from Restream, this is from Phase World. I love showing them off while I go live or when I produce my videos. I'm also wearing something. It says Phase World. For those of you who don't know or didn't know that I was a skater for a long time growing up. So there you go. And also the back, right? So it's super fun. Also with me today, I have, I just received this from Uscreen. Thank you, Rob, so much. I got a shirt as well. And I got a pile of clothes behind me to show you guys here what I have done for Face World, my brand, as well as my mom's brand, Shangli Art. And just in this live stream, what I want to do is to basically showcase how you can think about merchandise and why you might want to consider maybe producing or creating some on your own too. So some of you guys know that I'm kind of into fashion myself, but merch is really not just about clothing items, but it could be, a canvas, it could be mugs, could be prints, calendar, notebooks, tote bags, and whatever you make it in to be, even notepads or pens, right? But I also don't want to limit this to be only the things that you get, I don't know, at one of those showcases, at those like marketing events. It really should be personalized to you. And what's also really unique is that if you happen to be a YouTuber, if you happen to be already have a social media presence, well, there are opportunities where you can actually connect, Facebook, Instagram shop, as well as YouTube merch. I'm going to show you like behind the scenes what it looks like for me and my favorite platform. So there is a lot of really, really lovely goodies coming your way today. Don't go anywhere. And if you find this helpful, I would mega appreciate that you leave a comment and let me know and give this video a thumbs up wherever you are or tell one more colleague. So let's get started. Number one, why sell merch? There are a bunch of reasons. I have to write it down on my iPhone here so I don't forget. Number one is, look, if you happen to be an artist, if you're watching this, it's going to be a no-brainer to showcase your artwork. It doesn't have to be like meticulous Chinese paintings, but to show you an idea or give you an idea of, what it might look like. So my mom, a master artist for over 40 years at the Forbidden City in Beijing, China, she's still painting. And look at these gorgeous dresses and shirts like this. And just look at the details. It's very, very flowy. I mean, I know it's not a summertime right now as I'm recording this. So these shirts, dresses, and more variations have been sitting in my closets. And, I need to iron them a little bit better. But it's just so fun that you get to look at the materials, pick the ones that you really like, and just look at what works best. And for my mom's artwork, I really, as you can see, I don't want this to be like a corner somewhere on the dress. Instead, it's really the whole dress. And in these print-on-demand shops, this technique is called all-over prints. So all-over prints are usually more expensive than, a little square here, the logo there. To me, it's worth it, and I find other ways to source really nice materials through these online shops and platforms I love working with and make it really reasonable. Because I'm going to show you in a second, but on these online shops and print-on-demand platforms, you're able to choose your profit. So if something costs more, let's say $30 instead of $20, you could choose to reduce your profit if you want to say profit is only $5, $10. Because for a lot of us, selling merch really isn't just about making money. To me, it's actually just the opposite. I want people to be able to experience our artwork in a different way, in a much more accessible way. right? That's kind of the intention. Maybe you create something, you have a print as opposed to selling the original, is because you can make this piece of work more accessible by people who really want to have it. A lot of these are original artworks in my office, in my bedroom, in my entire house. I know I'm very spoiled in that sense. I love art, and my mom happens to be an artist. But for a lot of us, we really just have to go on eBay, go on Etsy and buy some of the prints. With that said, well, let's just get into a little bit more about fashion in case this is something you're interested in. So let's take a look at these stretchy leggings. I know a lot of us since the pandemic love wearing really comfortable clothing, and we exercise at home, and maybe you happen to be a fitness instructor. I know on my YouTube channel there are a lot of fitness and dance instructors from back in 2020, and just look at how cool these leggings are. And all I'm doing literally is dissecting my mom's artworks and print them out on these leggings. And I have a lovely content manager slash designer, Anna, who has been helping me with all of this. And same thing, like slightly different design. And a lot of people really like dragons. My mom, as a traditional Chinese artist, is just incredible at painting this level of details. And beyond that, it's just comfortable. I chose to design some of the leggings because they're so versatile, right? You can actually wear them during the summer or winter or fall. Like all season long, you can dress them up and down and make them look super cute with boots or with sneakers. So, speaking of which, I know I'm going on about these clothing items because you may be wondering, right? Like, what is the material? So, what I do, especially with online shops such as Printful, they send you samples. So, you get to really feel and touch the material. I think that's very important as you design merch because you don't want to just start selling them to dozens, hundreds of people, even if you're a small influencer and people, buy the product, but you don't really know what it looks like, how it looks, how it falls, how the fabric feels on your body. And for me, I really pay attention to that. And also from a design perspective, I get to really experiment, do I need all over prints on both sides or can I have a solid piece and something, is it too wild? Is it too conservative for my audience? So I really get to experiment that. It's super fun. And one of my lifelong goal and dream is to be able to work with my mom. So here we go. As you can see through the label here, it's really a collaboration that says Shangli Art in collaboration with Face World. And I call this Shangli Artwear. So this whole artwear is really a movement of producing this type of items for people to really enjoy, they feel like they own a piece of your art and they look different. These are very unique pieces and they're not going to be the next trend in Banana Republic or, Ann Taylor, that sort of thing. You're not going to walk down the street with a million other people looking the same. So with that said, you may be thinking, okay, I'm not an artist. This is a bit much. What are some of the more traditional way of more straightforward way to lay something out? Of course there is. So as I mentioned, I'm wearing the Face World skater, and this is a slightly this is a slightly more fitted female style sweatshirt, and I absolutely love it. And I love the brand, which I'm going to list them in the description below as well. But feel free to let me ask me any questions. I'm not super duper experienced, but I just love answering, merch related questions for creators like us because, we don't have infinite budget or, a designer or like a fulfillment manager, right? Like our time, money are limited. Therefore, I think it's important for us to share those conversations and find out more feasible options and knowing that this is not light years away. This is something we can do very easily and collectively. Now, let me share something. And it was very encouraging for me to realize, for instance, that I had to find some of these hoodies, sweatshirts in my laundry because I clearly wear them a lot. When I design, I always think about a couple of other things, like why sell merch, is that you can be walking around, whether it's in front of your own video, live stream, or like you could be attending an event and you could be wearing these things in front of other people too. It doesn't have to be like in your face. It doesn't even have to say your name. So this is an example of to produce this is really like $15 or something. It's very, very affordable. Gildan, is it called Gildan? Yeah, so it's, very generic hoodie there. And on the front, it says, rise by lifting others. And this is really a message, my own belief. So not only am I walking around with my own merch, I am there to also tell other people what I believe in. And maybe that's what they see too. And a little more faded here says Face World Media. And look at this. On the back it says Face World Media because I started off as a podcaster. I love the idea of me sitting, or like a person sitting in front of a microphone. This was my beginning. So one example here, and here's another one from Shangli Art. I just love flowy, like with shirts with sleeves. Yep, I'm just exactly dumping them on the ground right now. This is another. We'll have more normal shirts, but this is like one of my favorite paintings of hers. And this is an all over print. I love wearing something like this, and so stylish, and I can really throw over a blazer or something a little bit more muted on top of that and go to a client meeting if I need to. All right, here is another Face World item, something that for you to like consider that could be done very easily. You can just believe in what you love. My producer Herman and I, we joke about this high on content, because if you have been with my brand for a little while, since 2014, or even in recent years, you'll notice that I'm absolutely addicted. I'm high on creating content. So this is perfect, high on content. And I know, like, this hoodie, for instance, comes in so many different colors. I sort of feel like the vibrant color is really for me, and this really stands out on its own. So high on content. And on the back here, this is a live stream. This kind of logo, guys, you could just get it. You can get these like high SVG, PNG files right from canva.com, an online design tool. And this is what I do. And look, I have a QR code, and people scan that. They could go to either my YouTube channel or faceworld.com, and absolutely love it. So simple. Designing these items absolutely take like no time. When I say no time, yeah, dedicate a couple of hours, understand the platform, get excited, and do this on your own for yourself over the weekend. I mean, it's super, super fun. You have seen some of these examples. Let's talk about mugs for a second. Like, what's really unique about really cool about this is, like, we all need to drink water when we produce content. And sometimes even if you don't, you go, I see a lot of these live stream content to be, hey, tea time, coffee time, and people join you knowing that's around noon, whatever their local time is, right? Noon, their local time. And they come in, you say cheers, or, that's really lovely. And it feels very natural. And this is another one, I think, as a way of engaging not only with your prospects, clients, families, and colleagues. This is from Restream. So Restream on one side, and this is Restream's new logo on the other. I already have a Restream mug, but Restream recently sent this to me to incentivize their influencers, and said that, my content was up there, I produced most content, and it was really incredible. I loved it. Absolutely. And this one from my friend and client, Michael Leckie. This one says, leadership, crossing out know-it-all and underline the learn-it-all. Again, this is like a belief-driven, brand-driven piece, and to talk about, who you are. But viewer, again, something could be really simple, right? Something could be as simple as just putting a logo somewhere on a hat, and you can just like walk around, your next event like this, and a simple shirt with your logo on it. And if you're working with some of the influencers, or if you're not, it's still a really good idea. Imagine that I could be creating my next Uscreen video wearing this shirt in front of the camera. And this is not even going to be a sponsored video. So I think it's really cool. So the point of all this is that, all of this is within our reach. So next, I'm going to show you a few examples from other people, as well as platforms I love using, and some tips for what to do if you're a YouTuber. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. All right. So if you Google this, which I'll also include a link in the description below, getting started with merch on YouTube, and you do have to have a minimum of 10,000 subscribers. This is something that I looked into as soon as I hit 10K, I believe at the end of last year. And right now we're about 17K or so. And below that, you'll see that there are merch platforms that they recommend, as well as merch retailers. So what's the difference? You may be wondering. And so merch platforms allow you to natively integrate your merch or your merch shop right inside your channel. So let me show you exactly what it means. If I go to my YouTube channel right now, and so Face World Media, let's say one of the Zoom videos, and I click on the Zoom video, and there's an ad, and look, boom, right here, buy Face World Media merch. And once I click on that, which is the exact shirt I'm wearing right now, as well as the orange one you saw earlier. So I click on that, and as a viewer, not as a creator, here you can see, and I really personally like the Teespring platform a lot. And I'll give you another reason too, is like, I love this preview, front and back. And I love you might also like. So there's some other merch ideas from Face World. I really like this one. Maybe I should just get it. Different color choices, right? And rise by lifting others, different sizes. And guys, once you order this, you don't have to worry about fulfillment, because the user can actually choose how fast he or she needs this, and they can just order this on their own. Now, my favorite store of all time for print on demand is actually called Printful. And they are very popular, even though they're not natively integrated with YouTube. It's still super easy to use. As you can see, the benefit here is that I can have multiple shops. So let's go ahead and go into View Stores. And these are a list of product, and you will see that there's a difference between synced versus not synced. Once I create these products, it's super easy to integrate them directly inside my website. So shangliart.com, I click on Shop All. And from here, if you guys have any questions, let me know. On a previous live stream episode, I actually talked about how to set up your website, and to know that this website right here is also run on Squarespace, and Squarespace has just really easy drag and drop, like very modular way for you to create a site very quickly. So here, I'm able to create additional landing pages to say shop all, shop women, men, accessories, art prints. So let me show you art prints real quick. I am so proud of this page because these are not just regular prints. These are, a lot of them have been interviewed on Face World Podcast as part of Face World documentary. So I can sell these prints, and I can also click on Shop Women. All these products right here come from Printful. And look how nice that is, right? And not only that, once I build a connection between Squarespace and Printful, I'm able to also pull right inside of Squarespace with all the product descriptions, as well as sizes and colors and all these extra small, extra large, to really accommodate a big variety of body shapes. So that's very positive to me. Another platform outside of Printful as a print on demand fulfillment center is this one called Redbubble Shop. And what I like about that is it gives me additional A-line dresses, t-shirt dresses. You're just going to run into situations where you get really into and you realize that not every platform will have the exact type of product or the print options that you like or need. So, and speaking of which, this is the behind the scenes Redbubble site, which I also have an account. And every once in a while, they'll run these online discounts, which you can also get, for yourself, or, let your audience know about that too. And so, yeah, so this is really cool. This is Teespring. And quickly, let me also show you my colleague, friend, Michael O'Brien's PBR, Pause, Breathe, Reflect shop. Since then, he has actually moved the shop away from his main website to Pause, Breathe, Reflect. I'll make sure to link in the description below. Here's another example of Michael Leckie. You guys saw the mug from earlier right here, but there are also other, change is personal, period. And it's really nice once again you connect Printful and then Squarespace, you're able to see that you're able to change the different colors right here. So that's black. And you have to select the size actually for this color to change, right? Like that. So it's really cool, easy to preview. Let's see one more example. Merch for the Enable Disabled podcast. Again, very simple, just your logo. Again, the point of this is not to overthink it, make it very challenging. And speaking of which, face masks are getting really popular. So maybe that's something you could consider too. Everybody goes to their now events with a mask on. So since you're facing people with a mask, you might as well actually print out a mask. I wish I thought of this when I was interviewing all the people at Van Gogh's exhibit yesterday. So, in summary, remember you can use merch to showcase your artworks, your brand messaging, your belief system, and you can incentivize your contractors, employees, influencers, and again, you can go live if you're a content creator. So I hope you find this helpful, guys. And I'm just hoping that I'll make this as fun, as reachable as possible. Let me know your experience, your comments, maybe your favorite platform, what we can learn from you. And so much love for this community. I'll see you tomorrow right here at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can't wait. All right, bye. Thanks for all your support. From